Goodnight Lost Souls. My name is the Biotic Benchy, and welcome back to Aneurism 4 once again. Today we're going to be redoing a video I have already done before, which is a beginner tutorial on how to play Prol, as I've been corrected. Prol, not P-roll, Prol. And hopefully with some fixed audio issues, so it's not too hard to hear me, and you get all the information I'm trying to throw at you. So, as a Prol, we have a few different jobs that we can do to get out of this role and get into a role that is usually more entertaining and will hook you more on the game. So first things you're going to want to be doing is looking around at every trash bin you see, every dumpster you see, because they could have materials in them that you could use to craft different items and do your different jobs. Also, this has been added since my last video. If you come to the Metalworks, it is by the docks. I don't have a map to pull up to show you, but it's by the docks plaza. You can come up here, and there is now a tool request window. If you are in good standing, you can see that I have absolutely no amount of sites. I'm broke. I literally just joined the server. You said come up here, tell them you want a pipe by just hitting E. You can use a scroll wheel to select from the menu, but just hit E, and you will get a pipe. This was a huge thing in my last video that I could not show off. So essentially, I will run you through every job that you can do, of which there are 2 that can be done without a pipe. There are 2 that require a pipe, and there's a 3rd job that is extremely situational and can only be done with a screwdriver and when we are in wartime. So, I'm right now taking you to the far end of the Metalworks, taking you out to the wasteland to show off the place that you will go to mine. So if you have a pipe, you'll come out here, you'll go all the way down these nice wooden stairs down there to those pieces of ore down there. The black pieces you see are coal, and the brownish pieces you see are metal. So you need, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. 1 coal smelts 1 metal. Once you go down there, you smack it a whole fucking bunch. It'll take a good amount of hits before it breaks and drops a single ore. Sorry, I'm getting some rubber banding on this server. But you're going to go down there, I recommend getting 5 of each, because 5 is enough to fill 1 order. So once you get those, you're going to go down there, smack a whole bunch of ore. You'll come back up here. Sorry, I ran out of air here. I'm trying to do little cuts as I can. Let's go around. Now, once you have the ore, a good idea is to come over here, look at these crates, and they'll tell you looking for, this one says metal ingot. That means nothing needs to be done with the metal once it's been smelted. You'll go up on these walkways. You'll see right here. He will drop the ore into the smelter, and then if you hug the side of it, kind of right here, you can then drop your coal, and it'll go into the bottom, and this will begin to smelt. It'll say melting some odd metal with ready to cast some odd ingots. Once it's smelted enough, you will... What's that? I said you know how this works. Yeah. Sorry. I'm making a video right now explaining it, actually, so... I'm sorry. You're good, bro? What's up? But yeah, but yes, it'll smelt enough. Once it's done, you'll pull the foundry thing here, cast. It'll be poured 1 by 1 into these. You just take them. Those are ingots. You can come over here, turn this on with a toggle, and make them into metal plates. Or you can come over here to the axles, and you can put, the lathe. You put it on here, toggle it on, and it will make metal axles. And this will only change depending on what the loading bay needs, so always check that. The generator here will need power in order to make metal plates and to make axles. Ingots are the only thing that doesn't need power, and you can get that by adding cancer pods or other things to the biofuel refinery over here, and getting yourself a gasoline tank, either from... I can sniff the glue. Sorry, that's new. Either from... Okay. Either from doing that and getting... Sorry, I've been so double-crossed here. I've been crossed up. There, if you get it from a garbage can, you can just get a whole one, or you can get 3 plastic, go to the crafting bench, and make 1. So that sums up all of what you could do in the Metalworks. That is everything. Besides that, our second job that requires the pipe, we're going to want... Oh, actually, one more thing about Metalworks real quick. If you get 1 wood out of a trash can, and you take 1 metal ingot, you can take it to the crafting bench and make yourself a pickaxe, which will dramatically increase the amount of time it takes to mine things. So now the other thing here, we have the Ration factory, this thing right here. So essentially you can look up at this sign, it'll tell you what it needs right now. Right now they're doing fish. And this tells you how many are ready for distribution. If this is at 40 out of 40, there is no job here to do. And sadly, that just is the way it is sometimes. But mainly, you'll be coming down here to the water and waiting to see a splash. You'll see like a little splash in the water. You'll just equip your pipe, run down there, smack the splash, and you'll get one of two things: leeches or fish. If you get fish, you bring them back up. You drop them in the big old blender right there in the middle. Yeah, this big old cutty thing. You'll just drop 2 fish in here. You will then go across. This will have a sort of plus or minus. It'll say like +2 or 2 + 2, and that's all it'll say. First thing first you want to hit is clear. Go up here, hit clear. Then you would say plus, 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 plus. If it's 2 + 2, because that's, you know, obviously 4. Then you hit enter. Boom. It will make 1 ration. I would say to do it, clear it between every time you touch it, because there, like I said, there's no way to tell what number you're on, so you'll just have to figure that one out. But like I said, for the most part, you're going to want to always clear it. And it could be negative as well. Just keep a track of where you're at and just go pluses or minuses. That is easy to cover. That is the ration factory. No big deal there. I'm going to run us back towards the middle of the map, and we'll see our third job along the way that you can do as a prole. And that is going to be the laundromat. Laundromat is down here. There's several laundromats. You can always go from here. By the way, this is our introspection menu. This is how you access your inventory to see your money and your amenities. If you go to the right, we can see everything on the map, and we can also click them in order to pin a waypoint to get there. Helps you get around massively. This is the laundromat. You can see how many people are in there right now, but essentially you can pull that lever over there. Laundry will drop, and then you can take the dry laundry, or the dirty laundry, to the washers. Wash it, it gets wet, take it to the dryer, dry it, fold it, put it in there. No big deal. And that is the slowest, by far, the slowest way to earn amenities. I don't recommend it. It's ass. But there are a few of those across the map, and if you have nothing else to do, well, it is what it is. I will show you our next stop. This is the brand new job that was added in the last update. This is actually a new path that was also added in the last update. This was not here previously. So the next thing we can do is actually run the distillery. So to start that, you would need to come here to the greenhouse, come to this far, or any 3 of these will work. So these are the sanguine grapes. You will feed them with your blood, and you will make a pact with the plant. Until this plant has fully grown, you have got to keep it fed. If you don't, it will kill you over time. So you feed these, make a pact, wait till they grow. Once they're fully grown, you harvest them. You'll get a bag of wheat, or grapes in this case. You can come over here, and you can make bone corn. Or you can come into this room, and you can make tomatoes. What? Oh, no, I'm good, bud. I appreciate it. So each one of those will make a different type of alcohol. Sanguine grapes will make you crown, or king crown, I believe it's called. The bone corn, or it says like it's called like a bone cradle or whatever, that will make you moonchild, which is another type of alcohol. And the third type of alcohol, I don't actually know the name of right off the top of my head, but will make another type of alcohol. And again, kind of like the metal works, you just come over here to this loading bay, look at these crates, and they will tell you, there it is, Victor E Vodka, I guess that is what it's called. That's the other thing that you can make out of the tomatoes. So that covers all the jobs that can be done any time of day. The last one we check out is going to be wartime, and it is the bomb factory. You had to come through this. It's literally called Wartime Square. There's another laundromat right there, by the way. If you come all the way down here and come to this fucking place, when it is wartime, if I try to do it right now, you'll see, yep, can't take it right now. But if you come through here during the bomb, at the bottom of your screen will be a nice big blue bomb. That means you're at war. You can come here, you can get a screwdriver. You will have these 4 places to assemble a bomb. And essentially the way this works is you have to come over here, and these are the 4 pieces of a bomb. The back right is the first piece. This is a casing. You'll take one casing, you will run it all the way back in there and put it on the thing. You will then have to slap it with a screwdriver until it builds up to 100%. You'll then go to the first one on the left, get a detonator, take it over there, same deal, put it in there. Only if there's a casing, has to be done in order. You'll see a lot of people running around with like detonators trying to slap it into a bomb that's already got one or that's not ready for it, or, you know, like it's dumb as hell. But you take a detonator, put that in, done. Take a trigger from the first right, put it in there, smack it, done. Last bit, you come over here, you get a core, you put it on the front, smack it, done, boom. This will earn you an insane amount of amenicites. If wartime is happening, be here and be doing it, because it is the fastest way to rack up money. Also, civilian terminal right outside, so if you do get enough money up, you can come out here and get a quick payday as well. Okay, that covers all of the jobs that you can do as a prole to get yourself off of prole and out to a better idea of, you know, out to another role. And you can check out my other videos. I've got some already covering the other roles and what to do as those roles. In case you want to play controllers, I've got a video on controller. I've got a video on liquidator and sanitar as well. Both are very Cortex leaning roles. And I've got a video that I'm working on to get the scum roles done so that people who want to dive into that can see all of it. Now, I believe that covers everything that you need to know as a prole, other than you can do some side stuff. There's always plenty of ways to get some money if you don't want to be the nicest person in town. You can sell iron from the metalworks on the side. A lot of scum will want that in order to build guns, especially if the scum are having a hard time. You can kind of fence items for pay, or you can attempt to do some other things like, for instance, the alcohol from the distillery can be sold to shady dealers on the side instead of putting it all towards what it should be going to. But I'll let you guys get creative with everything else you can do. Always make sure that you're looting your trash cans, and always make sure you're doing your jobs. I promise, if you think this game is boring, highly encourage you take the time to get off of prole and get on to a different role where you'll be seeing a bit more action. Thank you guys very much for joining me in this tutorial that is much more straightforward, much more understandable, I hope, and much easier to hear, as I've heard multiple times. Anyhow, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, please do very much appreciate it. I will catch you guys next time. Of course, guys, take it easy.